Welcome to the cabin tour of an accessible room with a window view on the Norwegian Aqua. I'm here with two friends and I'm using a mobility scooter, so I'll show you around the room now. So now you can see the hallway is pretty wide and the opening to the accessible room door is bigger than you can see these individual rooms here. When we go up to room 5234, you will see that there are two spots you can put your key card. The one on the door above the door handle just unlocks the door. And as you can see, there's braille here underneath, as well as buttons to do not disturb, and if someone's in there, which I don't know how you change that, honestly, but that gray and black card reader to the left is what unlocks the door automatically, which is one of my favorite features of cruising on these new cruise ships. Here's the way that you put it in with the barcode, and you slide it right down there. And as you can see, the door opens right away. And this was a very spacious room. I'll show you around inside, but just opening the door, you can just tell right away. There's so many spots that I could park my scooter, which I'm very grateful for. But this one to the left of the bed is where I end up parking it. I just want to show how easy it is to get out of the room as well. There's two buttons here. The left is a light switch and the right is to open the door. This did get mixed up in the middle of the night once. Long story. But as you can see, it's very easy to exit the room. And if there are carts in the hallway, they're very good about not putting it right in front of the door. We'll check out the bathroom in a moment, but not before I admire the hooks. Oh, there's hooks on the walls. I always like that detail. I want to put some of these in my room. Hooks on the walls. No step going into the bathroom. That's our room attendant at the door. He was great. I really liked how much shelving the bathroom had, as well as towels and cups. Hi. So there's two grab bars on the sides of the toilets in the walls. The toilet felt like a regular height. It wasn't too high or too low. Unfortunately, I didn't have my tape measure. There is an emergency pull cord. I like how it's situated right near the toilet. There are also towels across, and the trash I'll explain later. So now we'll take a look at the shower. There's a shower bench built in. I liked the way this was set up because you could reach the levers for the water as well as the shampoo and conditioner right there, as well as a bench for any other items you brought in. It also has a clothesline at an accessible level. So this is just like Norwegian brand, shampoo and conditioner, kind of like a unisex scent. I'm going to zoom in on the shower. I want to say the levers were very easy to use for temperature and the water turning it on. The head actually had 4 different settings. I should have taken a picture, but I just kept it on the standard one. And then the pole holding it up, I believe, can be adjusted for height. The only thing is it's a little tricky once it gets loose, so I didn't really want to play around with it too much. So now we're at the sink. You can see the thermostat there, and the handle is very easy to operate, and it has a roll under sink. I liked the mirror. It was well lit. I'm going to talk about this underneath this drawer. So that's a pull-out drawer, but there's actually a trash underneath it that I'll talk about. There's another trash can in the living room. If you pull that metal bar, it opens the door, and there's technically nothing inside. However, there's a tin attached to the door, so that fills up the inside, and it has a lid on it that forms as another trash can. Back to the main room. This could be set up as a queen, but we opted for 2 twins. The left side is better if you are the one who has a disability or chronic illness, because that's the side where the emergency red pull cord is. As you can see, there's a lot of storage space underneath. That bag had extra blankets and pillows. I liked how the nightstand was here and how we each had individual ones. They were great about having lots of plugs. The lamp was very easy to turn on. And as you can see behind the bed, there's another outlet next to the red emergency pull cord. I personally found the beds and pillows very comfortable and got a good night's sleep every night. And the room was just so spacious, I can't overstate that. The couch was here, but it can also be pulled out. And as you can see, there's an even wider nightstand over here between the bed and the couch. And it also has its own outlets as well. But there's still an individual nightstand on the other side of the couch with the same plugs and outlets in it. While this isn't the biggest window in the world, honestly, the room always felt bright to me, and we didn't always have sunny skies. This is a look at the port in Manhattan. There was so many great city views that day. You'll have to watch other videos to check those out. So now I'll take a look at the closet. So much closet space. We each had our own closet, but each one was a little bit different. Like this one had the safe, and these two racks at the bottom were great for throwing shoes on them. But as you can see, there was also hangers as well. And I really liked the full length mirror, because sometimes you find rooms that don't have a lot of mirror space. It was also really cool how the lights turned on inside the closets automatically. Two of them were sliding, and then the one on the very left was a pull door, so you have different options about what works best for you. So as you can see, this one is mostly hangers and shelves, nothing else really of note in it. But as you can see, a lot of space, and these are actually very deep. I don't know how well the video does it justice, but this is the one I ended up using on the left. See, even if you open it a little, the lights turn on. And this is the most accessible one because it's dark there, but as you can see in the bottom, there are lowered hangers in case you're a wheelchair user, and that's a benefit. Now I'll show the TV. This was actually on a stand that could be tilted different ways if like one particular person likes watching the TV. But look at how much storage space there was. We barely used this, and there was a lot of counter space as well. This one right here is the mini fridge. I never actually looked inside it, and because we never used it. There's just like many different spots where you could throw down a bag. And there's tissues in here. They weren't in the bathroom. And then underneath this like desk spot is a hair dryer that's like always plugged in, which kind of freaked me out a little, as well as trash, and a little seat or an ottoman. That ottoman we checked does not open. It kind of looks like it would, but inside the drawer there's just a little booklet about security and global directory, which has all the numbers of the FBI and all of those type of things if you need that or are thinking of becoming a pilot. But this is another great mirror. It's really well lit, so we were always kind of taking turns getting ready here in the bathroom because they were both equally well lit. And they both had areas where you could plug in a phone or some other device, multiple areas for plugs here. This phone has different speed dial options, and one day when we had the time change, I did ask for a wake-up call, and they did call because I just wasn't sure that we would get to where we needed to go on time. And the two voicemails we got that Pam was very stressed about were just ads, essentially. So if you book an excursion, you'll get the tickets right in the room, which was great. So you definitely need to bring those to all of your excursions, even if you book through Norwegian. So as you can see, so many areas to plug things in and just storage galore. As we turn the corner here, you'll see there's a table and chairs. You don't often see that on a cruise ship, so that says how spacious it is. And this is where I parked my scooter every night. Such a great spot. And here's what the pull-out sofa looks like. It's basically like a full-size bed when it's all set up, and our room attendant did that. And now we'll give some final thoughts. We were very happy with the room. We felt it was very spacious. There was like multiple areas that I could park the scooter, which is not always the case in cabins. Sometimes there's like barely even enough room for the cabin. If you're curious what I'm referring to, see the ambulatory accessible cabin vlog from Carnival. The room had an automatic door opener, which is always what's needed to get a top tier ranking from me from a hotel or a cruise cabin room. So it had that. It was super clean. Our room attendant was great. He was super nice. One thing, they did not have towel animals, so we did miss that. However, I saw on our week specific sailing that someone posted this on the Facebook group, so I assume rooms with children get the towel animals, so I'm totally fine with that as long as the kids get them, because that's one great thing about going on a cruise. Otherwise, the room was great. There was really like a bunch of storage spots, and it didn't feel like dark at all considering there was no balcony. Well, that we didn't do a balcony room, but overall I highly recommend this room, and I found it very accessible. The only thing I will say is the bed height I think seemed a little high for an accessible room. The toilet seemed like a good height. I forgot to bring my tape measure, but I'll give like an estimate for the main twin beds. So this hand rest on my scooter is about 26 inches off the ground from the top of it. So this bed is a bit high. The only good thing is that the sofa bed was lower. So if you need to have a different height, at least there's two options there. But there was ample storage room under the bed if you're bringing medical equipment, but we just stored our suitcases there. So overall, we really felt comfortable in the room. The beds were cozy, and we stayed on the 5th floor, which some people said felt like you could feel the waves more. I didn't notice that at all. I felt like the ship was very steady, and I didn't have any issues at all. So I highly recommend this room. If this room tour was helpful, subscribe, like this video, and comment any questions. I'm going to post other videos all about their Norwegian Aqua, from the food to the activities, and just general accessibility tips and other things to know about the cruise. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Thanks for watching.